from Atlanta, Georgia, via the west side of Chicago, comes MC and performing artist, Four Eyes. On the eve of releasing his new project, All Seeing Eyes on Me, we're going to bring Four Eyes in and talk to him about the new project, his journey in hip-hop, and future plans. Let's bring him in. There we
Wagwan.
go.
Right. Better, much better. Sweet.
Salute, my bro. Thank you for making time. I know you coming straight out the studio. This is it, the home stretch.
Oh,
New
man.
project dropping. My bro, talk to us about the new project, All Seeing Eyes on Me.
Man, All Seeing Eyes on Me, pretty much a super deluxe album. I put out an album called Look Into My Eyes during the pandemic, but I didn't get the buzz and do all the things I wanted to because it was the pandemic. So I
Yeah.
pretty much put a whole album on top of my favorite songs from that album, and I put out the 24-track project dropping April 4th. I got CDs, I got shirts. It'll be streaming everywhere. It'll be available on my Bandcamp. And I mean, it's packed full of hip hop goodness. I got features out of this world. I got great production, and it's a really great expression of myself as well as hip hop here in Atlanta. Hold on, big ass trucks finna go by. All right, we back.
The album is a double album. You got uh features like the legendary late great Sean Price,
Yes, sir.
Afro, J.R. Payne, R.J.
Yep.
Payne. You got Ludacris.
Yep.
I mean,
Shit,
it's a
Talib
tremendous.
Kweli, J Live, Planet Asia. It's just full of like awesomeness. Like it's like 30 plus features on the project, and like all the to me all the songs it's no album filler. It's no album filler on the
That's
project.
dope. That's dope. Production from Diamond D,
Yes, sir.
Ninth Wonder.
Yes, sir.
Amazing, amazing. So this is a double album that's like a deluxe of a project that you already had, where you've selected the best gems off of that, plus all new material. There have been some singles that you've been releasing on the way with some dope visuals. Can you talk to us about those?
Oh yes. First single I put out, it's called "Took Some Time." It's pretty much like a reflective joint. Got a dope ass Whitney Houston sample, produced by Drugs Beats. He pretty much did like he's doing a lot of the singles or the videos that I'm putting out. We got a good chemistry, so I keep releasing singles that really are from him, but they give the best impression of what to expect from the project. Um, then I got a song. I just walked off stage performing "Bag Full of Seafood" for all my seafood lovers. Just promoting all the crab and lobster joints down here in Atlanta. Um, as well as just great hip hop production. I got Honorable C Note. He's done beats for Gucci Man, Migos, Future. So like I tapped into the A Town, that bass for a couple gems on the project as well. And then this new joint I'm about to bring out, it's called Weaponize. I'm gonna drop a snippet of the video tomorrow. I don't know if you've seen it. It's the one with the Snake Eyes promo that I put out.
Yeah, I
That's
saw it. Yeah, it's got like
that
the
video.
cartoon Snake Eyes.
Man, that video dropping definitely this week. I'm just trying to figure out if I'm gonna put it out in pieces. But Drugs Beats did that track also. Shout out to my people, the underground roster that shot the video. But it's just hip hop. I just want to show the hip hop that I was raised on and that I grew up on. But at the same time, it's a culmination of my Chicago upbringing with my Atlanta heritage that I've now established after being here for 25 years.
Yeah, you've been in Atlanta forever now.
Yeah, man. I've been here more than I lived in Chicago, so I'm officially a Chi-T alien.
So, so you left the west side of Chicago, if I understand the story correctly, like at 21.
Yep, absolutely correct. April 16th, 1999, packed up all my shit, and then I drove down to Atlanta, and yeah, just began to set up shop because of the plethora and assortment of artists and relations and just all the facets of the music industry that existed, in this small pocket. It was just the best place to really operate and do anything. And I had connections in radio, so it was only right for me to move closer to the source of goodness, or the source of the water, if you will.
Yeah. And what's amazing is that there's so much talent that has come out of Chicago, but oftentimes it's had to move, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Like Common, when he got on, he had to, circulate, travel around. Kanye, before he got on, he had to circulate, move around. Even when the Brat got put on, Jermaine Dupri put her on out of Atlanta. So as far as my upbringing, at that time, the major Chicago artists were getting exposure by leaving Chicago.
Yeah.
So I followed suit.
Yeah, yeah, so much talent. Yourself, like you mentioned, Common, Kanye, Twister, a lot of
Yep.
underground cats, right? So, it's interesting how that happens, and it's also interesting how when you arrived in Atlanta, Atlanta already had a bit of a scene, but the scene that it turned into, you've been there for that whole wave now because you've been there for 25 years.
Yeah, I've seen I mean, Outkast and Goody Mob pretty much started, but I watched the crunk wave, take shape. I watched the snap wave take shape. I watched the trap, but with crunk, snap, trap, with Yin Yang was doing whisper songs for a minute. Like, I've seen so many evolutions
Yeah,
of music being here in Atlanta, and it keeps you on your toes. As important as it is to maintain a strong foundation, it's important to, change the color of your house from time to time.
that's dope. That's dope. You know, over the years, your career is so impressive. So many uh albums, but also singles and features. You've been on albums, classic albums. Um, with artists like MF Doom, obviously your partner Rhyme Ludacris, and so many other albums. I mean, the remix from Afro that you just dropped like a day ago. You know
Amen.
what I'm saying? Like, I mean, just working, you're just working. How has your style evolved over the years?
If anything, it's just got more, it's like you polish a fine piece of art, or a clay pot or a statue or something. You just smooth out the rough edges and get it to be just this. I mean, ultimately it turns into a well-oiled machine after, 10,000 hours of fine tuning and precision. But it's always, I take a little bit of whatever interests me, or whatever floats my boat, if you will. Is like, oh, that sounds dope, or ooh, I need to try that. Or a lot of times it's just me staying in the pocket of all of the dope lyricists, MCs, and artists that I was raised on,
Yeah,
just doing my version of, what I know to be dope.
yeah,
And I, 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 I stay true to myself, but I'm not afraid to push the envelope, or, go left
yeah,
field per se.
yeah. And the other thing that's really interesting is how you've not only lyrically and as an MC, but also with the changes in technology and specifically social media. You've really embraced social media, short format content, reels, YouTube shorts, TikToks. You've taken that medium and really like exploded with it. You've had many viral moments from your short format content. Can you talk to us about how you came up with that, like how you adapted and when that started to become natural for you?
It really started about 2018. I was looking for ways to promote doing stuff, and I just realized that the one thing that I knew that I did really good was spit. So instead of, there was no more going on the corner or finding random ciphers to jump into so folks could see how dope you were. So I just used
Right.
my platform. I just in order to promote this party that I was having, I did 7 straight days of verses. And the comments and feedback that I got made it to where it's like, yo, I could do this every day, forever. So I
Oh,
went, I went like a solid 3 months. Well, first I went a month straight. Then it got exhausting. So then I started taking Sundays off. Then I did 3 months with just Sundays off. Then um, once we got to 20, once I think I got to 2019, that's when I just started to do weekly verses. But then once you do it it was just a catalog that I built up of all these freestyles and content now that I do new content, I throw out some old content, I do some new content, throw out some old content. But I'm the only person running my reruns. I don't got a TNT or ABC, CBS to replay my reruns, so it's up to me to do it. So it in order to be the Ted Turner of my own channel, you got to make sure that you're dropping as consistently as possible. So that was the key, is to just stay consistent.
Yeah. That's all that Atlanta. That's that CNN Atlanta talk.
Definitely, absolutely. And when you move around, you get to see different cultures, different environments, just different neighborhoods, and see how different people, or just how people do it in general. And you get to take the best of it and add it to your shit. And
Yeah.
yeah, man, Ted Turner's a goon out here. And
Yeah.
And the same way that I have really curated my channel, I've garnished the attention of Snoop Dogg's and Exhibits and Wiz Khalifa's and Nick Cannon's and Fame from MOP's and Tech Nines. It's great that the world became smaller because of this technological advancement.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really dope. And that's dope that you mentioned that, because one of the things that like truly um inspired me when I was studying your entire body of work was, verse 73, verse 100 and 29, and I was like, this is amazing. It's amazing what you've achieved in that incredible catalog of content, of a
Appreciate it.
variety of content, and you switch it up, and you have themes, and you do um different things on different beats. But I feel that, and help me out here, I feel that evolved also into like, because now you're doing things that are like sketches, right? So like there's one with you, George, and you, where you guys do the AT-alien, right?
Absolutely.
So it's kind of like you did the freestyles, but then you kind of evolved into, it's not a music video and it's not the freestyle, but it's like a sketch. And they're hilarious and
Right.
they're on topics. I mean, it's really interesting how you're using the medium.
Appreciate it, man. Yeah, I got a trio of hip hop comedy shit that I do. It's me, Head Crack, and you, George. And that was one of the pieces that we did. Um, and we got other shit about sperm traveling to fertilize the egg, having an argument on the way to do it. We got just different sketches about doing a stick up in the park, robbing an old couple. It's just various elements of all the good, In Living Color and the Chappelle Show, just all the good comedy and antics that go into character and personality. I like to just add all that to the music and really use it to give another layer to my onion.
That's dope. That's dope. You, George, is such a dope MC. Head Crack is such a dope MC, and obviously you are.
Thank you.
Um, I know the Head Crack has had like a stand-up comedy performance type thing. Is the group, you, George, Head Crack, and yourself? Does that have a formal name, or do y'all just get together and it's each of you as an individual but together?
Oh, it was called the Live Comedy Mixtape, and we still act under that. But it was a moment where Head Crack got a promotion with radio and then took on another job. So between the radio and the TV, it was just kind of taking up some of his time. And then I started working on something. So we kind of just put it down or put it to the side for a moment. But it's still there. It's still a part of everything we do from time to time. We just get, hey, let's just do comedy, or somebody will call us because of some stuff that we were doing. We were in season, and we just bring it back out like we didn't miss a beat.
That's dope.
But no, it's like, a lot of the good older albums had skits and sketches and comedic antics and things of the nature on them. And now, music is just song after song. But idealistically, the goal is to bring back the skits, the sketches, bring back the character, the personality.
Yeah, it's so wildly entertaining and dope to hear talented lyricists with incredible voices and voice control. Um, you know, well developed in the art of hip hop and the whole culture, and at the same time, kind of doing something light and entertaining, right? The way you
Yeah,
guys
man.
have done on these various skits. Do you ever see yourself moving into acting? You're in Atlanta. Atlanta's got a huge movie and TV. Tyler Perry's out there. It's a hub. It's another hub. Is that something that you're interested in doing?
I was always interested in do it, but it's not nothing I'm thinking about right now. I'm just really focused on the music, and as I mature, um, I'm looking to take more steps back off the scene to just do more behind the scenes things. I don't need to be in the camera like that. So as
Yeah.
much as I used to want to, yeah, nah, I'm not thinking about it. It depends on what it is, who's asking, or what the script. But I'm not looking to break into Hollywood if that's what you're saying.
Yeah. No, it's you're just so good on camera, bro. So it's like it seems like a natural fit. The
Well, I'm a professional TV watcher, so after 47 years of watching television, you get pretty good at doing it, or at least recreating, emulating, imitating the various behaviors, concepts um, that you've seen. Like, and it's what everyone's supposed to do is you take the best of what your environment provides and add it to your repertoire.
yeah, yeah, that's good. That's good. We've been talking about the new album, All Seeing Eyes on Me,
Oh yeah.
coming out this Friday. Talk to us about the release party, where it's at, how people could get tickets.
Oh man, and the release party is gonna be at Aisle 5 and Little 5 Points here in Atlanta, Georgia. Man, it's a wonderful event that I put together through social media. I got cool with DJ Prince Paul, Stetisonic, De La Soul, Grave Diggers, um, and he's doing a producer showcase of his, great hits with Ray Murray from Organized Noise Outcast. So I'm real big on producer showcases now. I want to give a lot of love and flowers to the producers who made the beats and the beds for all of the soundtracks to our live that we've had to
Yeah.
been blessed to enjoy. So I got DJ Prince Paul, I got Ray Murray, I got Afro coming from the West Coast. He gonna bless the stage here in Atlanta. Then I got Boog Brown and Star and Mia on MF Doom's album on the Guinness record. So I got
Yeah.
her popping out to do a joint. Boog Brown's a real dope female MC from Detroit. And then I got DJ Ross the Root. He put out the last Fife album, few years back, for the late great Fife Dog,
Yes.
Tribe Called Quest, and I got DJ Shot Kim, tour DJ for Bill Biv DeVoe New Edition. So yeah, man, hosted by Fort Knox, and you're sponsored by BeatFlips.com. Yeah, man, it's a wonderful hip hop event, and if anybody is in an earshot of what I said, you definitely don't want to miss this demonstration.
That's dope. That's dope. Are people gonna be able to get the album at the event?
Oh yeah, they can get they can definitely get it at the event. Got the CDs on deck. Looking to do some vinyl in a period of time. I just can't put the double album on vinyl. That's gonna be like a lot of vinyls. So I got to figure out how to work that out. But definitely had the album on deck, on site, t-shirts, merch on site, and it'll be available streaming for folks that's out of state, out of town, won't be able to get there.
Yeah, out of the country. You got that international
I
following.
keep forgetting out of the country. I only been to Cancun and the Bahamas, so I just got my passport. I need to get that bitch stamped up something religiously, but I'm working on that
Hey,
now. I'm working on that
your
now.
brother Afro just got back from Europe. You
Yeah,
know
I
what I'm
peeped
saying?
that. He did a nice couple like 10 city run over there. I think he's real dope. I
Yeah.
gotta get some tips from him now.
Yeah, brother. That's really dope. Where can people get the tickets at?
Oh man, it's an online demonstration, but it's Aisle 5 or Speakeasy Promotion. Shout out to Brandon Boyle, great hip hop promoter here. Like all the main dope hip hop shows that come through Atlanta, mostly come through Brandon Boyle. So Speakeasy Promotion or just Aisle 5, and Wow, you'll be right there.
That's dope.
Or shit, goddamn it. It's a link in my bio. Goddamn, go on look in the player bio. It can say Four Eyes and album release party, and there's a link right there to the tickets. You'll be in the game.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I know that we're in the home stretch of the new album release coming out this Friday, but I also know that you got some work coming, some heat coming later this year. Is there anything you could share with us about your upcoming projects?
Oh yeah. Bronze Nazareth, producer, MC, Wu-Tang affiliate. Uh, he reached out and we collaborated and put together a project. It's coming out in June. It's called Slave Boats with Seatbelts. It's coming out Juneteenth. So be
That's
on the
dope.
lookout for that. Great album. We got features from Cujo Goody from the Goody Mob, Killer Priest from goddamn Sons of Man Wu Tang. We got L the Sensei from Artifacts. Shout out to my guy Tommy Nova, AOS, J Ro. But yeah, all the tracks are produced by Bronze Nazareth. That'll be out in June. I got my cousin Snoop EP I'm working on presently. That'll be out for my birthday in September. Gonna put out a Christmas album. That'll be a vinyl. We put out a Christmas record. For the holidays, that'll be November, December. So that's just a little brief demonstration. I still got the Ronald Reagan Soul Crack project that uh, was only a short run release with the T-shirt. And now that we ran out of T-shirts, the album's not available. So I'm gonna put out the album at some point, but I'm just sitting on heat. I'm sitting on a real nice catalog, and yeah, just taking it all in stride, player.
That's like four different new projects plus the Ronald Reagan joint.
Oh yeah, yeah. So and then I'm just constantly working and still just ideas.
Yeah, you're on
I got more.
everybody's album.
Uh, it should be a few features popping up too as well. Some I'm not sure if they made it, so I don't want to speak on it just yet. But yeah, I know Afro just dropped that remix to that joint. We got to shoot a video for that when we get to Atlanta. Who else? Diamond D just put out his project. I'm featured on there. What else? Ooh, somebody else just did something. I'm just staying active. The goal is to stay active, stay productive.
Yeah, that's really dope. Now you mentioned the Ronald Reagan Soul Crack. That project already came out, but you how did you do the rollout of that album? It's connected to the swag. How did you do that?
Oh, it was if you bought a T-shirt, you got the album free as a digital download. So it wasn't available on SoundCloud, Bandcamp. It wasn't streaming anywhere. It was only available when you got the shirt. So
Wow.
um, once I stopped selling the shirt, the album stopped being out. But people keep asking about it, and I wanted to be out in just a regular platform standings. So I just had to carve a space for it. So now it's gonna mess around and not come out till 2026. But that's a good problem to have.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. So many different projects that you've been a part of. I wanted to ask you about your visuals, right? You have the experience of doing the dozens and dozens, hundreds of freestyles where you were like in front of the camera and all the different music videos that you've been a part of from your own career and people that you've worked with that are more high quality professional music videos. Then we talked about the sketches and those are well done. You've got multiple sketches and they're shot just like a music video, but different because you're doing different kind of theatrical work. Talk to us about the evolution of uh, the video work and your knowledge and what how you approach it nowadays and how you've used the medium of video to amplify your persona.
Definitely because the mind works better in pictures and people's attention span is shot to shit. They need something to look at. I mean, I was real big on pop-up books as a kid, so I get it. Um, so then I always wanted to add that level of thinking or philosophy to my videos. They need stuff that's gonna pop. It needs to be bright, it needs to be colorful. It helps if I start putting the lyrics on all my videos, or even content wise, if it's a story, then they have to pay attention if they want to get a resolution or hear the end of the tale. But ultimately, um looks like anytime you see a good place that could be a photo shoot, then that could be a performance spot for a video. So I'm always mentally taking in locations when I'm out and about. Like, oh man, that'd be a good spot for a performer. Oh man, that'd be a good, like almost like a photojournalist, but I'm doing it for as a videographer. Um, so then I just constantly add that, or knowing that what I wear, whose ever merchandise it is, put on a funny hat, yellows and oranges are bright, then you want to play off your skin color from time to time. It's so many different little things that you learn, but it just comes from doing it over 2 decades. When you do anything for 20 years and see how much you really know at the end of the day, or how much you've really grown is the better part, because I could look back and see like, oh, like I appreciate you for acknowledging it, but I've worked with so many different videographers. I got to add pieces of their technique to my shit to where now I could technically be my own videographer,
Yeah,
but I just
yeah,
don't work the camera, so somebody else have to do it. But I direct all my
that's
videos.
dope.
Somebody else just shoots them and edits them.
That's dope. That's dope. It's really interesting because in the same way you explained all of the different videos you've been a part of and the different people you've worked with, it's the same with MCs. And if you go back to legends like Fife Dog, De La Soul, MF Doom, Ludacris, all the way to now, we're talking about people like um, Afro, all of the Atlanta talent that you work with, right? Like this new generation that you're still very much engaged in. Can you talk to us about, spanning the decades in hip hop and still being, hungry, grinding, and up there with the very new uh, breed of talent, but having worked with so many legends?
I mean, I could only attribute it to almost like a samurai or something. When you've been doing it so long, or since birth, or since you were a child or something, it's second nature. It there's never a point where you're not doing it. And because hip hop or rap or whatever is new, you know it had to fight for its place to be looked at as a trade skill. Like if I said I was a plumber, there's no problem with it. I could plumb till I'm 80 years old.
Yeah.
And people would constantly seek my advice or my counsel because they know I didn't put that time in. They know I synced a lot. So just like mastery, even from a Wu-Tang chamber perspective, you got to go through all the chambers. And then once you get to the last chamber, it's like make up a new chamber. And then it's getting to the point where once you've done everything that you know of, then start doing shit you don't know of, or create something that hasn't been seen, or you know, just look for to make that extra stride of expression. And I don't know, life be life, and I get it, but
Yeah.
my life has groomed me to a way to where I could always stay faithful and true to my music and hip hop and the message and each one teach one and the culture.
That's dope. That's dope. New album, All Seeing Eyes on Me, dropping this Friday. Can you tell us what the name All Seeing Eyes on Me means? It's got the pyramid with it's got the thug life on the pyramid.
Absolutely. Goddamn. So the pyramid on the back of the dollar, is it's pyramids in America. America has more pyramids than any place in the world. I always wonder why it was the Egyptian pyramid on the back of the American dollar bill, only to find out that it's more pyramids in America and older pyramids than the Egyptian pyramid. So, taking that into consideration, with the fact that I have an all-seeing eye, I was also putting out a double album, and I got a lot of features on it, and there's gonna be a lot of people looking at me while I do this. So it was kind of like Tupac, all eyes on me. So then it was like, well, hey, all seeing eyes on me. Let's put it together and make some new shit. See, that's what you got to do. You got to make new things. Take something that exists over here and then mush them together. That's the best way to be original or creative in this day and age when everything's been done. Take two things and mush them together. You know, like uh, chocolate lava Reese cups or some stupid shit. I don't know if they got them over there, but or Skittle ice cream. It just mush stupid shit together that oddly enough could break that sound barrier of being like lightning in a bottle. It's like nobody would ever thought of it, and it's a good thing we did because otherwise we'd have been without that shit.
Yeah, yeah, that's dope, bro. That's dope. Dropping so many gems. As we start to wrap up, any shout outs do you want to give out?
Oh man, it's always a shout out Atlanta B Street, DJ Scorpio, shout out Mud Knock Studios, shout out my wife, Shauna, shout out my mama Claudine, shout out my brother number two. Man, shout out you for being so awesome. And really being in depth with your understanding of Four Eyes player. It is a pretty good ass interview if I do say so
Hey, I
myself.
appreciate you, bro. You a dope MC.
I thank you, brother.
Incredible. We could go way into the weeds, and we obviously didn't go down loudmouth hooligans and all that stuff. But I want to talk about what you got going on right
Yeah.
now. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate it. Yeah, man. And I'll always be back. We got more stuff. Just keep, dropping gems. Because as you can see, I got more projects coming out. It's more stuff. So anytime you need a player, just holler at me. Let me know. We good to go.
I appreciate that for us. It's an honor to have you on. Congratulations on the new project, my bro. I'll be promoting it over here in LA come Friday.
Hey, thank you very much, my G. You are, man, greatly appreciated. And yeah, mi casa es su casa.
Appreciate that, my brother. Salute.
Yes, sir.